How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Walkie Talk Games here, bringing you another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. And last episode, it had started out crazy. We had gotten attacked, but we eventually had arrived at Hogwarts and got sorted into Gryffindor. So without further ado, you guys, let's get started. Alright, starting out in the Gryffindor dormitory. Going to go up to a common room and see what we gotta do from there, you guys. So far, I'm really getting into this game. I like the mechanics so far. I like how it looks. I like the layout for everything so far. It looks wide and spread out with the rooms and everything. Alright, so we just gotta talk to everybody, get acquainted with people. Alright. Have a little bit of coffee or tea, whatever was in that cup.
Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself.
Wonder what it is you brewed there, Gareth.
You're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Well, you're
Is it true that someone from the ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
Alright, so I like that it's like a
so,
multiple
wouldn't you?
choice
Aunt
choice
Matilda tends to
space.
treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close
Because
an
I
eye
like
on me.
I have a different
bit
answers to
suffocating, to be
think
honest.
about that. So they
Still,
get the
she
RPG
means
part
well,
alive really well in
and she's
this
an
part so
incredibly
far.
powerful witch. She'll have your back.
I wonder if these choices will have actual
Seems you enjoy
consequences
brewing.
though if I
Might I assume that you've a
do
talent for
some-
potions of all sorts?
good or evil.
Well, as I see it, there's little difference fundamentally between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though
Either he
I'm
knows a
not
lot about
certain
potions or
Professor
he
Sharp
just
would make
likes
the connection.
messing with
He doesn't
everything
appreciate
and causing
my
explosions and fires.
creativity as much as you might
One
think.
of those two.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
She gets bolder every year.
Professor could arrive any moment.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe.
Either
Well,
you're a bit
hello.
crazy or you're
Don't
just
mind
very
me.
adventurous.
I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once
So far,
I
I'm gonna
made it to the
assume
top of Gryffindor Tower.
Or not, you're
From
crazy.
the outside.
You're just crazy.
Without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
It is true, but we handled it very well.
I'll say. I think you've already earned a reputation for fearlessness.
For what,
Anyway,
that
you've
dragon?
certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor.
What
and
travels
Hogwarts, for
fast,
that matter.
doesn't it?
I'd imagine
It's
most
crazy,
students have never seen
honestly.
a dragon. Have you?
I just now
Goodness,
arrived at
no.
Hogwarts and
And I've
everybody's
never
already
heard of
talking
one attacking a carriage like that.
about me because
Not
of the
enough meat in a
incident.
carriage, I'd think.
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
still not working. Ugh. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting
And you're
ceremony
very,
last evening.
like, peppy
Made it
and
in by the skin of your teeth.
energetic
Is it
about
true that your
learning.
professor
I
thinks
feel like that
protege-
might be useful if
I'm not sure I'd say that,
I
but
need
I did
someone-
study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast!
just
I was hoping
plainly
he
need
might have
someone
given
in
you some
general
advice on
for book
non-verbal
smarts, let's
casting.
just be honest.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
I don't know how smart my character
Oh,
honestly is.
yes.
He seems to be
Having a
gifted in
spot of
everything so
trouble.
far, but
I've mastered the charm using its incantation.
I don't know. That's
This
just
is
how they're
proving
kind
a
of
bit trickier.
jumping me in as.
Don't worry, we'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach nonverbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Everybody here seems to be pretty chill.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
I'm guessing
as
that's
well.
everybody I can
Enjoy
talk
your
to.
first day.
I'm wondering what I need to do next.
New Gryffindor.
Alright, awesome.
Professor
I go
Weasley's
to
waiting
talk
for you
with
outside the
Professor
common room.
Weasley. Okay. Heading out of common room. Gotta crawl our way through. Kinda makes me feel back to the old Harry Potter
morning.
games
I
on
trust you're ready for your first day at
GameCube and regular
Hogwarts.
Xbox.
I've been dreaming of this day for a long
We had to
time.
climb through like
Can't
a
believe I'm
portrait
here.
hole.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year.
Oh, that's
You
cool.
would be
You're
wise
already
to take
giving me
full
the
advantage
hookup
of this
for
exceptionally valuable resource.
my schooling. That's awesome.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio.
Alright, so I guess you're just
Simply cast
exploring all
Revelio
over.
on it and
with you for a second. Alright, so I guess quite a bit of things will be hidden I need to use Revelio on. Okay, so that's pretty neat.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Revelio.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames
Okay, that's
to get
cool.
around
So that's
a
like
bit
a
quicker.
fast travel
Your
point.
field guide contains a
Awesome.
map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Alright, so she's just giving me the rundown of everything
And
right
here we
now.
are. Quite the time saver.
Fast travel,
These stairs
secrets,
lead directly to Central Hall.
the book that gave me everything.
You can get
She's
almost
chill.
anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
I'm gonna just
Hogsmeade
go
is
ahead
the
and get like a
only
lot of
all-wizarding
these
village in
optional
Britain, and
conversations
is
because I
home
feel
to
like
an
some of them
array
will
of
be
shops and pubs. You
important
should
for
be
like
able
later
to find
missions or
all of
something
the
like
school
that.
supplies you require
Not
in Hogsmeade.
specifically this one because
You
I feel
will
like
also,
everyone
I imagine, enjoy
knows
many a
what
butterbeer
Hogsmeade
there
is and
with friends
Defense
in due
Against
course.
the Dark Arts and Charms, but
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the
kind of
Dark
interesting
Arts
the
class?
aspect and
Defense
appeal of
Against the Dark Arts, as the name
what they might
implies,
say since it's
focuses on
before
how
Harry
to
Potter's
defend
timeline.
oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors.
I feel like she
Fortunately,
has
we
the
are lucky to have the ever-gifted
assumption I'm
Professor
gonna be an
Hecat in
Auror.
charge of our students' education in that regard.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your
I don't want
arrival,
to lie to her, but at the
specifically
same
about
time, I don't
what
want to
happened
get
after that
into
awful
too much
dragon attack.
detail.
My suspicion is that
about
there's more to the story than a
what
search
happened.
for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very
I don't know.
well.
I feel like
Enough chit-chat.
there's gonna be
I need to get
problems
to
here
class myself.
specifically
Might I rely on you,
because
Professor Fig, to
of
explain the details of the field guide's map?
us really not
Of
going into
course.
detail what
Thank you.
happening with
Good luck
the
today.
attack of the dragon, and then
remember to
the
use
side we went to
your
visit,
field
and
guide. It will be invaluable to
keeping
you.
it from the professors.
And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a
You were
trip to
telling me a lot
Hogsmeade for
about this
supplies,
information, sir. I
including
appreciate
your
it and
own
all.
wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander.
I really do.
He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information
Sooner you and
about
I get
our
done talking, the
mysterious
sooner I
locket.
can give
For now,
what I need
focus on your
done.
classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Alright, going to defense against the dark arts. Gotta get that going started. Well, that's a bit different. They're all just okay with dueling in the middle of the class. I mean, it works.
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso!
Whoa!
A surprised opponent.
Okay,
is a
I like
weak
this
opponent.
teacher.
Care to defend yourself,
I like
Master
this
Pruitt?
teacher.
No?
She's just not giving a crap.
One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
I still honestly really like the way they make us learn spells. Like, what? That's weird. Okay. But I really like the way they make us learn the spells on here, where we have to trace through the design, the shape. I feel like that's pretty cool.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Okay, awesome. So you want me to fight a dummy. Wow, this really is like Order of the Phoenix. Okay, why not? Let's go.
Let us begin with the basic cast.
Okay.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This
And
time,
now you want me to
cast
use... Okay.
Levioso first, then
So you're
the
teaching me
basic
a
cast.
different
Remember,
shield, different spell. Okay, that's cool actually.
well done.
Alright, awesome. Just beat the crap out of it then with the basic cast.
Very good. But the best way to practice is
Oh.
by dueling.
Awesome,
We'll start
let's
with
get
you.
it.
Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair
Alright, Sebastian,
duel.
let's
Using
get it.
only Levioso,
Let's get it.
basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
I will not even look at the question, bro.
Can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Thank all of my students for this attempt. I do have a job. Use
You ain't
the
gonna touch me,
basic
bro.
cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Lean duel.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Heckard. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class...
Nice work.
What's up,
I enjoyed
Sebastian?
that.
Well, that
Please tell me you
duel
ain't
was
gonna be
quite
salty
something.
after that duel.
Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good
Okay,
practice.
awesome. You're not being
Practice.
salty. That's
It
amazing.
felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling
At least you're being a
organization.
sport about losing. But that dueling club
Exclusive
thing
and
sounds intriguing, not
unsanctioned.
gonna lie.
Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll
Yes,
see you
sir,
soon.
it was.
Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Alright, now we just got charms. Let's see what that professor's got in store for us, you guys. I'm finding this game to be really amazing so far. Like, I just feel like I can't get enough of it. I hope you guys are honestly enjoying the experience with me, because I want you guys to enjoy this story just as much as I am.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now. Akio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, Accio, think of this like gobstone. Very good. Stay focused. Splendid! That's it! Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this.
Accio. Very good.
Here we go! Phew. Well done. Be sharp. There we go.
Accio.
A perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. Yes!
Accio.
Excellent control there.
Here we go! Phew. Brilliant! Watch this. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Happens to the best of us. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. but it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course.
A word,
Can
if you
use
would.
Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Alright everybody, that's all the time I got for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell down below. I hope you've all had a good day so far, and with that being said, Walkie Talk Games signing off.